Hello, my name is Marcus and welcome to Tabletop Reviews, where today I'm having a look at Ito, my first ever Dice Tower Essentials game. So that's something, I suppose. And while you're watching this one, I'm actually at Essenspiel in Germany. Well, not really. By the time I upload this one, it's 9 o'clock in the evening on a Saturday. So we're either at the European Championship of Darts or back home at our hotel. But we are going to the Essenspiel the next day, on the Sunday. I'm in Germany at least. Very much looking forward to that one. But for now, as a review of a party game that I need to do. To the table, setup and gameplay. Okay, Ito. A fairly simple game to play here. So let me bring it. Oh, it's been shuffled up a little bit now. That happens. Okay. Get out the different kind of coins here. So first things first is these are number cards from 1 to 100. So they should be shuffled up and sort of placed somewhere. Then each player will choose a color out of all of these here. I'm just going to use the top couple ones here. Just the top 4 here, just for the example. You can play up to, was it 10 colors, I believe? There is. Yeah, 10. Then you have all of these different ones here. So this one is for everyone. This one is for the family. To be honest, these are very similar. I mean, there's something with popular pets and popular drinks. I mean, so perhaps, you know, these ones are more family because they don't have drinks things in, but drinks could also just be sodas, so they're kind of very similar. These 3, however, are like activity ones. Funny face it, do it. Think like a hero, what is your pose, act it out. So these are like physical things that you do. We don't really play with these because most people don't really want to do noises or movements or whatever. But you could do that if you wanted. And what you do is you decide on the difficulty level. And as you can see, at the difficulty level is either 1 card with numbered card, 2 or 3 numbered cards. So let's start out throwing out 1 for each player here. And then we just take out this one, the popular drinks. Now we always change this popular to just favorite, which is like your least favorite and your most favorite drink. And that's just because it's more fun in the popular one, because popular is like, okay, Coca-Cola we all know, and yeah, I don't like popular as the overlying one. I would prefer like doing it your personal favorite. And this one has 54, so a little bit above halfway through. What would that be? They might say Sprite. That's something for them at that one. This is 25, so it's down there. They don't like this one, so it's coffee. This person doesn't really like coffee. This one has 12, so that's even worse. But this person hates tea, so they say tea. And this one over here has 10, so that's even worse. And this person really hates, what the hell does this person really hate? Sparkling water. Right, so now you have this set, and of course you would be doing this with friends, so they're all like, okay. So where they're going down at Gustash, it's like, okay, so you don't like super mind Sprite, you're okay with Sprite, so that's probably not the bottom card. You, however, you hate coffee. Coffee, so this is probably the bottom one. You really hate coffee, you really dislike it. You don't like tea so much, so it's also low. This one is definitely above. But you and your sparkling water, I know you never want to drink it. So I think this is the solution. And you discuss amongst yourself in the group. And then you say, okay, this is the solution we end up on. And then you flip it over and you see, oh, okay, 25, oh, okay. And 10, oh my god, okay. You like coffee a lot more than I thought. And 12, oh, well, at least we got that correct. And of course, this one was 54. Yeah, I knew you were okay with Sprite. And then, well, in this one, you would say, okay, you fail. Like, you either get 2 in a row or 3, depending on the score. But you failed. You didn't manage to get them all in a row. So try again. And of course, when it comes to the discussion part, basically everything is allowed except saying your number. We've definitely messed that up sometimes. I mean, there has been one where a friend was sitting like, oh, it's below 50. And I was like, yeah. Is it below 50? Oh, well, then I have to move mine like this if it's below 50. So that's a little bit cheating, so that's probably not okay. But it can happen. But yeah, you're just not allowed really to say anything about your own, but discuss ushers and say, I think you dislike coffee more than I dislike tea, or whatever what I said for them. Just something along those lines, and trying to get it in a row. And when you get 2 or 3 cards or whatever, you of course just put them all in under here. The difficult part is keeping a track when you get 3. Like if I had 2, I would do it sort of like this. So 1 without the symbol and 1 with the symbols there. But when you then get the 3rd one, what do? Well, I don't know. Maybe you put it above or something. But you could now, of course, always check your own just to see. Okay, this was the 10. Okay, so you always know what it is. But that's basically the game. One thing I would say is instead of just winning or losing, you could do a thing sort of like fun facts or just one, where you dish out an amount of these cards here, then score the points and see how you do, and then you can create some scoreline based on that. We haven't quite done that yet. We usually honestly just sit down and play multiple rounds of it. It's very fun. But I mean, this is how you play it. So let's go back to. Oh my god! How do you know where the bottom is? You do it with the 0 card. How can I forget that? You put in, this is the 0 card. So you know this is the low numbers, and over here is the high numbers. Yeah, that's how you figure it out. Stupid me not knowing the 0 card. God damn it! Now you know everything. Let's get back to the table. And there we are. That's the part of the game. I've been really looking for this one at something that is a reasonable, just about price, because like something like Thomas raves about it. A lot of people really like this game, and now I get it. I actually think it's really fun. It has this very simple gameplay of just, I have a number, I have a category, let me say something for that one. It can be incredibly difficult. Like if you have 33 and it's, you know, popular drinks, what the hell is 33? It's not very popular, but it's not like unknown completely or whatever. Or as we of course do in favorite, like this is a drink that I don't hate, but I don't like it either. Like, what the hell is it? And that can be really fun. It can also just be annoying sitting there and be like, what is a 72? What is it? But it's also very fun when somebody gets the number 1 or the number 100, and you know, we had one where it was popular board games, but we said favorite board games, and somebody was like, he said 7 Wonders, and we were all like, okay, so you're at the top, and he was at the top. So that can also be very fun. Or you can reveal something about one another. Anyways, but the gameplay, as I said, very simple, very fun. You can change it up a little bit to have this scoring mechanism, like in a fun facts or a just one, and you can figure out like where do you usually end up, what's a good score, what's a bad score, kind of. You also just have, like, I actually right now I'm forgetting, in the situation I showed, you know, there was a high number, lower than the first card went per high, and then that one, and then the highest. And I'm forgetting what the rules is if you just lose it, or if you remove, like you take from the first card and then you have to go higher. That's kind of what you do in fun facts. So the 2 would remove and it would only be 2 points. Or you could also just say the longest line of growing numbers, and then it would be 3 points maybe. That's a little silly thing to figure out. I would probably go for the fun facts method and say, okay, this is the beginning, and then we see how high we get it. It has to grow from here. I don't care if these 3 fit together. If they're lower than this card, you've lost it. For example, I would probably do it like that. But yeah, I'm wasting a lot of time on gameplay that is just simple and fun, honestly. Simple and fun, it's that's where it fits in. Simple and fun. We have some fun playing it. We played it a lot. A lot. You see that when the October is over and I do my games played in October video. We played it a lot. It's almost my number 1 played game of the year. Yeah. Right, so anyways, components, I mean, there's only cards in it, and the cards are good quality. I would say they're good quality. They don't feel like super thin and fragile and cheap. They feel good in your hand, and then the way to interact with them. Good in that one. There's the text on them are easy to read, and the ones that you have text on, numbers are easily defined. Again, you know, no doubt whether it's like a 7 or a 1 or a 2 or a 5 or whatever. The numbers are easily identified well as well, and your colors and the symbol on your color card is also, again, distinct and itself and its own thing, kind of. Yeah. Theme, I mean, it's a silly little pack. There is no theme, but these kind of games don't need a theme. It's fine, whatever. Moving on to Does It Lie to You? So 2 to 10 players, 10 minutes, ages 8 and up. I mean, 10 minute, 8 and up, sure. I mean, it's just saying, you know, hey, this is, you know, your favorite drinks from a scale of 1 to 100, where 100 is your absolute favorite and 1 is your absolute least favorite. Where this, you know, you have a card, where does it fit? You could explain it to it. Maybe take a few rounds, but you could get to it. So I would say fine, you could go about that. 10 minutes, I mean, that depends. If you take an individual round of like 5 players, putting it in and blah, 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 maybe it actually could take a bit shorter time than that. If you take in like what I said, with scoring points and everybody goes and stuff, it would probably take a lot longer than that, quite a bit longer than that. You could sit for an hour and play easily. But one round of it is yeah, about 10 minutes or less. 2 to 10 players. Let's start with this one, because we actually tried it. We have actually tried it at 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. So almost every single player count. We need like 3 and 7. Actually, have we played it at 6? I can't remember. We were 6 at that point, but we were 2, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. Those we absolutely 100% were. So almost all the player counts, and I can tell you, 4 or 5, it's brilliant. It would also extend to 6. It's absolutely brilliant, that player count. If you go to 8, 9, 10, it becomes so weird, erratic, and just... I mean, I'm the kind of person that's gonna take over and talk a lot more than other people, and that's just annoying for other people and a little bit myself as well. It's too many people. 4 to 6 is where this game really comes into play. I wouldn't play it very much higher than that. Depends on the group, I think, but I'm probably not gonna go much higher than 6. I don't want to play at 10 again. When you go down to 2, it can also be fun. It can be a fine little thing, like a date night thing. 2 people, maybe 3 people if you know you have 1 child, that's about 8. It would probably also fit quite well for that, honestly. It's not a bad game at that player count. It's still fun, it's more interactive. You maybe have a discussion between yourselves a little bit and get to know each other a little bit. But it's definitely at the 4 to 6 count that it really shines and is really, really good. So yeah, what am I going to give it? I'm going to give it a 9. So why not a 10 out of 10? I clearly really like this game. We've played it a crazy amount. Well, first of all, I do hate this thing with the player count stuff. I mean, just don't make it for that many. You cannot make a good 10-player game. You just can't. That's a general rule. 8, we're getting into territory where it's very difficult to make it. Like 6 is probably the ending of great games, and that's because viticulture is actually quite good. It's quite good also at 6. Not my favorite player count for it, but it's still quite good at 6. But you're getting towards the ending of where games are really, really good, and towards it's too much chaos. I think Dixit is one of the very few games that manages to have an upwards of 12-player game that's somewhat decent. It's still terrible at a player count. I wouldn't really go above 8 for Dixit, even. So just don't make games for that many people. It's just not possible. I mean, and still, if you're at a game meet and there are that many people, you need to split up. It's just, we at 6 we're beginning to be like, okay, let's split up into groups of 3. We did a few days back when we had our game meet there. We were 6 people. We split up into 2 groups of 3 because it's just too many people to play a good game with. Yeah, anyways. And the other part as well is the gameplay thing, where it's just play around, see if you lose or not, and then increase the difficulty kind of. I would love for them to have included like a scoring thing, saying like, okay, play 3 rounds, what's your score? This is whatever. That would have been way better. But that's the negative part. It's still a 9. It's still really, really fun. I really love this challenge of saying this hint and then just hearing people like, oh man, he hates Coca-Cola. Like that's so low. And you're just sitting there like, Coca-Cola is my favorite drink. And I think that's probably what my friend did last year, because he said Coca-Cola and he had the 100. It was like his favorite drink. And I was sitting there like, man, I think he likes it, but I don't think it's like he loves it. Luckily, we were convinced by his girlfriend to put it at the top, and it was good. But it's the kind of really fun moments that are there when you're just sitting there like, you don't know me at all. What are you talking about? So much fun. So it's still a great game. I would absolutely recommend it to anyone that looking for a party game for up to 8 players. Let's say 8. Fine, let's say 8. 6 players. 6 party players. 6 party people. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next one. Bye!